Hello there, Bick Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 4 on the Series X, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 1-1. It is entitled The Raid. So, the reason I say Series X on these videos is to differentiate it between the Microsoft Store version. This game does not have a listing on Steam, so you cannot play this game on Steam the way you can Gears of War 5. So I just wanted to differentiate it from the PC version, but make no illusion, the PC version means the Microsoft Store, the shitty Microsoft Store that I used last time. Okay, so we have some weather hazards here. This is not bad, but some of them can be nightmarish, and you want to kill yourself on it. There's one hard battle that I would recommend. Well, first of all, you start out with 2 frag grenades, right? You start off with a sniper rifle. Did I take that off somebody? I think I did take that off somebody. Somebody's going to have a sniper rifle later. I'm going to get up to like 16 rounds with it. I'm going to be cutting out all the cutscenes. This is not a cutscene here, but the cutscenes themselves are deceptive because right when the cutscene starts, it'll give you the option to press the back button to skip the cutscene, but it then kind of ignores your input and continues to load. It says loading incessantly. So while you can skip the cutscene, kind of, you still have to put up with as much of the actual cutscene as exists. But over here, did you see what I did right there? I call that the quick mantle or the quick step. If from a roadie run, you press B. So you hold the A button and then press B real quick, and you'll quickly mantle up surfaces. It's really, really fun to do. So I like that new addition. So down here, I really wouldn't use any frag grenades here, just because these guys are already on you from the second you get down here. But there's going to be a time when I do use the frag grenades, but there is one fairly notorious fight in this chapter that is one checkpoint, but there's just a lot of fights to it, and at any moment you can die. So what I would recommend, and what you're going to see me do, is spawn kill to the best of my abilities the cars that drop off the DBs. And I found out that trying to spawn kill them with frag grenades is not as effective because they're robots and they're weaker to the shock grenades. So feel free to use the 2 frag grenades that you have, but bear in mind that you'll want to pick up 2 more shock grenades before you get to that other fight that I was mentioning that's really difficult. Over here, there's a environmental hazard. There's a plank here that you can drop on one of the enemies. I really love that in games, that you can do that. That kind of creativeness really goes a long way with me. So, yeah, I think at the very, you remember when we were running through the weather? I think I did switch with somebody to get their long shot. So I have a long shot. The long shot goes a long way in this chapter. Over here, I would equip the snub, and you're going to be dealing with trackers. So the best way to deal with trackers is to melee them and then just shoot them once. You don't want to be anywhere near where they detonate after you shoot them, because you can get burned. But see, we have a shock grenade here. I'm gonna pick those up after this, because I'm gonna use these frag grenades to hopefully get some kills on these guys. I don't know how effective it was. It was effective, but I just found that on the hard fight that's coming up, I had the frag grenades bouncing off the enemies and rolling out of the cart and all sorts of nonsense, and I decided to do this, to use my frag grenades over here, and then pick up the shock grenades over here, because the shock grenades, when they detonate, will do ambient damage on the ground and slow the enemies down and damage them progressively to the point where they'll just melt. So here's some more ammo over here. The shock grenades are dropped by the shock trackers, by the way. So there's a different type to them. I should have 2 frag grenades over here. So I'm gonna hastily run up here and spawn kill this cart here that has what, like 3. Bounce it off the back wall, kill them. You'll know that you've done it correctly because this next batch will spawn. And I did my best here, guys. See how effective it is, though? 1 or 2 might have lived, but we got the majority of them, and that's what really, is going to put us at an advantage over here. You're really not going to see me ever use the Shock Enforcer or the Enforcer. I just do not like those guns whatsoever. And it really does come down to personal preference, and I don't like those guns, But I will say this, with respect to the juvies, you know how I'm always lambasting the shotgun on campaign and telling you it's a piece of shit? Well, on every other campaign in Gears, it is complete, utter dog shit. But on this game, it's quite effective against the juvies, which I consider to be, I would say they're the hardest enemy in the game. Yes, they're weak, but they strafe, and they're coy, and they come in packs, and they can really get a good beat on you and sneak up on you and flank in all different directions. They're wild and wily. So the shotgun does a terrific job of doing that. You can also use the Retrolancer or the Torque Bow to one-hit melee them. But there's a room later in the game with 2 pouncers and it's a circular room with a bunch of juvies as well. And I was really struggling on it until I picked up the shotgun, and I got a lot better results using the shotgun on those juvies. Okay, there is going to be one more drop-off of DBs over here, and I don't have any more grenades to use, so we just will not be able to try to be able to spawn kill anybody. But you might have noticed that the long shot has a faster active reload minigame. In the other Gears, you had to wait quite a while for the long shot. It was a slow reload, but in this game, it's a fast reload, and it's not particularly tricky either to get. And I'm really glad that in this game the normal reticle for the long shot is retained. I hated in the 5th game where they had like crosshairs. They did everything they fucking could to be different, and it really bothers me, because I know the 6th game they're going to do the same fucking shit. And that's why I appreciate this game, because it has the same type of gameplay that the other Gears. I mean, like it or not, like the Kate characters or not, and I fucking deplore Kate. I wish she could have her vocal cords severed in real life, so she could never do it a game like this again. She shouldn't have a fucking voice. She's so goddamn annoying. But I lost my train there. I was so upset. I hate Kate's voice. But yeah, hate or like the characters, the game has traditional Gears of War combat, traditional mechanics that you're used to, and traditional gameplay progress. What I mean by that is it's completely linear. There's no pseudo-linearness to it, and no fucking fetch quests that we all really, really enjoy, right? And personally, I hate the characters in this game. I hate them. I hate all of them. I hate all of them, their voices, but particularly Kate's. But I don't like the characters in this game. I'm just here for the gameplay, and it's good gameplay. It's good. Okay, so now we're going to be going through the maternity ward over here, and then try to keep your long shot over here. I think by this time I had switched out my my long shot for Kate's. So you can give a long shot that you have to another character that has a long shot, and you'll get more ammo. It goes for all the guns. Yeah, open the door in the slowest way possible. What is it, Marcus? JD? I barely know the guy's name. Okay, so come on up here and then fall back. Be prepared to start kicking the trackers. When you do kick, these should be shock trackers. When you kick them, you remember, just fire once. The shock grenades that they give out, it doesn't seem like you have to be the one that finally kills them for them to give out a reward. Your teammates can do it as well, and they'll still give out a reward, but it is random. It's random. And this is where the long shot really, really helps. The third person cover trick. It's like it wasn't in Gears of War 3, and they wanted to get in our good graces enough, so the third person cover trick, it works. I can't say how good it works, because I don't want to commit fully to it, but I've been able to aim around corners to my personal liking without getting cock blocked by geometry. But after you do this, there's going to be another spawn, and it's going to be, I believe, a cart full of enemies as well as some trackers. So the trackers you'll need to fall back on. Try to get as close to the spawn point as you can if you have a shock grenade or two to spawn kill some of the DBs. I don't remember what exactly happens over here, but we'll shortly find out because I think the battle is finished. Now I'm going to try to scour for shock grenades. There's one there. There's never enough. It's just really annoying. Yeah, I don't see any. So we only have one. It would have been nice to have two. But when you run down the street, you're going to be met with that train of enemies coming up here. Right up here. Don't run too far up. You see this? Are they just walkers? Yeah, they're just walkers. So, I probably timed that pretty poorly. I should have waited a little bit. But if I had two, I could have maybe made up for the one that I did poorly on. But who knows? So yes, fall back over here. And I guess I could briefly talk about some of the guns. Okay, so I love the Lancer. I love the Custom Lancer. I love the Custom Lancer a lot more, though. And I don't have the achievement for carrying the Custom Lancer all the way through the campaign. I'm not much of an achievement person to begin with, but whenever I get a Lancer, I get, envious of my other teammates if they have a Custom Lancer. So I try to get it from them as much as I can. Something like I just prefer it aesthetically. And I don't know. I guess I'm just sentimental since isn't it Marcus that gives JD that weapon, the custom Lancer. So we're not going to get a Lancer till we meet up with Marcus, unfortunately. So we're going to have to put up with some shit over here. I'm going to pick up a Retro Lancer. And yeah, I just don't enjoy this reticle. It doesn't do anything for me. Except cause me to not like it, which is sad. Okay, so that's the last one. I wouldn't be too concerned about looting at this point. I would just head to the door. There's going to be a lot of supplies in the fabricator in the next chapter. Yes, but that will do it for Act 1-1. The next chapter will be an infiltration chapter as we get the fabricator. I'm not sure what the title is yet. I haven't got to that video yet. But when we do see each other in 1-2, I hope that in the meantime, between this video and the next one, I hope that you continue to take care. So please do so, and I'll try to do the same. Take care.